Well, hello everyone and welcome to another very exciting episode here on the MIgardener channel. This is the episode that you all have been waiting for. The garden is approaching its final, the finishing line, if you will. And we are so excited to have the whole family up here. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's something we usually do. It's an annual thing that everyone kind of comes together, spends time together. And oftentimes that is when we kind of finish the garden as well. And because we really like to stress here on the MIgardener channel that bringing community together is a great way to get everyone involved in the garden, and also so everyone can really get to enjoy the garden as well. So when we come up on the 4th of July, we have lots of harvesting from the garden and everyone gets to enjoy it, and people take stuff home, and we really like to share. So it's not all our stuff. So that's why when we have such a big garden like this, you know, I'm kind of the tip of the spear. And so I like to bring everyone together for a common cause, and everyone typically benefits, some more than most, but nonetheless it's great to see everyone getting together. And I wanted to show you that because I think it's important to stress that when you bring people together, more stuff gets done faster, and it also allows you to communicate, engage, and really build the skills that are so very lacking in society nowadays. So I'm going to go introduce you to some of the MIgardener crew, and hopefully you all will enjoy. We're just busy planting now, so we're going to show you what we're planting. You'll get to see the finished garden. It's all finished. All the beds are in. They're filled. They're fertilized, and the lanes are filled with mulch. So hopefully you all have been enjoying this journey. I certainly have been. It's been a great one, and it's also really great to see a vision that you had 5-7 months ago now just come to fruition, and really see how accurate it was to your vision. And I'm surprised it's actually looking better than I had imagined, so that's always great as well. So let's go. This is just one of the tomato beds here. This is going to be about 24 plants, hopefully, when it's all said and done. Our spacing initially was a little bit off, but it's okay. You get to learn kind of as you go, kind of how it works with new beds, because these are actually the first time we've ever worked with 48 square foot beds, and so we should be having around 24 plants in here. But when we were spacing them out, it was only looking to be like 14 to 15 plants. So we're now staggering them in the middle, so we actually have kind of 3 rows, but they're slightly staggered. And Bethany, you want to say anything? How long have you known the MIgardener?
Since he was born, actually. Since 1994.
And how long have you been gardening?
Well, I've been an amateur gardener for a few years. My mom instilled in me the love of plants and flowers, so I started with succulents, and you gave me a tomato plant a couple years ago that didn't prosper in my patio, but other than that, it's been good. And then
Mom and Aunt Carolyn, you guys are planting onions?
Onions,
yes.
Kelsey onions.
And Mom,
excited for
what
the
is
harvest.
What is one memory of the garden you've had from the MIgardener that has brought to you?
The fun of seeing Luke have an interest and making things grow and helping out with the family.
And we're spacing out the onions for about 4 inches, but that looks kind of more like 6 or 7, but it's fine.
Okay, so closer?
They're big onions, so
okay.
Yeah. I probably space them a little closer together, but
okay.
You know, they'll all grow.
I'll do 6 across.
That's how we roll on the MIgardener channel. Sometimes just roll with the punches. It's better that way. But the onions here we actually saved from our seed. They actually were onions that we grew, let them go to flower because they're really difficult to find the seeds, and yeah, the soil's loaded with loaded with earthworms and really good stuff. And this is Aunt Carolyn.
Hi.
She's been gardening how long?
My whole life.
What's your favorite memory from the MIgardener garden?
Well, I think obviously the joy of eating it around the table. Luke has bushels and bushels of produce that comes from his great gardening skills, and it's been fun to learn all the knowledge that he has, and it's always great when there's a great harvest.
Now you guys have a garden at your house. what's one of your favorite things to get out of it?
Oh, I love the zucchini. I love the summer squash. I love onions. I love tomatoes and the cucumbers, and I love it all.
Awesome. So this is all going to be onions here, and we do have peppers planted over here. And then we're going to kind of space things out so that there are really not a whole lot of duplications, because we want it to kind of break up the eye a little bit. Over here we had some trifecta that got put into the beds. We put in a little bit more than we probably normally would have, but because they're new beds, I wanted to make sure, because I wanted to drive home the fact that you cannot over fertilize with trifecta. You will put in more than you need, and the plants will just uptake what they need, and whatever's left over will just remain in the soil. So we definitely over fertilized, but this is not the bad type of over fertilization. This is just compensating for any type of nutrient deficiency that might be in the soil, as well as keep stuff in there for the years to come. So this is Uncle JD. He's a big-time gardener.
Hello, everybody.
And he has a big garden. How big is your garden at your old house?
25 feet by 25 feet.
It's pretty big, and it's all in ground, right? No raised beds.
Yeah. And we're thinking about using your mulch.
Yeah. We got a bunch of mulch over there you guys have been seeing, and they're gonna go grab some, I think, for themselves. Now you planted. We recorded, I think, 2 years ago, tomatoes in the mulch at your house. How did those end up doing?
They were the best growing tomatoes I ever had. I had so many I couldn't eat them all, and it was right there in a landscaped area with mulch, and I didn't know that tomatoes would grow in mulch, and they did just tremendously well.
So and Dad, what's your favorite memory from the MIgardener garden of the 5 years we've been doing this?
Oh, your very first video. I love going back and watching your very first video. You were just a little boy. I watch it over and over. It just brings joy to my heart.
Crab, apple, crab, if you have to, just smile for me once in a while. Crab, apple, nothing goes right all the time. Crab, apple, crab, if you have to, just smile for me once in a while. Crab, apple, nothing goes right all the time. Caught in the downs of your pocket-sized thundercloud still high, like how you see
I'll get the
what
core
you
one.
want.
Okay. I'm just planting some eggplants here, and then I'm gonna put I think I'll put basil in between. So I'm gonna do like 3 eggplant and 3 basil, 3 eggplant and 3 basil, just to mix it up a little bit. We have more basil than we know what to do with at this point. And you want to take some home, Uncle Jiggy? Sure. Because I know you said you wanted some plants, but I wasn't sure if you. I know you like basil and tomatoes,
Now that we got
don't you?
the mulch, we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do quite as many in Midland, do more sweet.
Bow your head down, beneath those blankets of brown.
Let's keep them up a little higher.
A little higher?
A little higher. Like put some more soil in, and then that way they're not so buried, because they're tiny plants.
Oh. Caught in the downs of your pocket-sized thundercloud still
I'm
high,
gonna plant some of these.
like how you
Basil.
see what you want.
You watering now, Dad? Well, not right now, but.
Oh yeah. They don't do holidays anymore.
Everybody's thirsty.
Oh.
It's amazing. The workers need liquid. The plants need liquid. Without water, we wouldn't grow.
We're actually going to have to pull these out. The pak choi just did not stand the heat. I was really bummed to see that. We planted them last week, and they are just not doing well, but they are edible. Eat your flowers. What? You never eaten flowers?
It's gross.
That's what broccoli is.
disgusting.
You'll warm up to it. Hey, Cindy. How you doing?
Good.
What are you doing?
Planting basil.
What type of basil are you planting right now?
I think it's
that's the red Reuben.
purple basil, no?
Is that the red Reuben basil?
I think so, yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is.
So what type of pattern are you doing here?
We have Thai, then ruby red basil, and I think that's just basil, regular basil, no?
I think that's dwarf Greek basil. I think this is dwarf Greek basil. Yeah, that's dwarf Greek basil. That's a sweet Italian basil, spicy globe basil. This is a Thai basil. What's your favorite memory from the MIgardener garden? That's a fly, not a bee, just don't worry. There's flies out here. What's your favorite memory from the MIgardener garden?
There's a lot. Harvesting the potatoes probably is one of my favorite parts to do.
And Mom's coming in with some nourishing water.
Nice and gentle.
All right, so we took about I would say, 3 or 4 hour break. We got out of the heat of the sun and people ended up going home. So it's just my mom and I out here in the garden, and we don't mind it actually. It's kind of quiet. You just get to kind of think to yourself. It's very therapeutic. And we have a couple more things that we are doing here. The one is that we are in this first fire ring here. I'm planting a goji berry. This is a beautiful goji berry we got. It's actually 3 plants for $30. I was really amazed with the price, and I was amazed that number one, they even had it. And you know, they're starting, I think big box stores are starting to warm up to the fact that the consumers don't want just your cookie cutter varieties anymore. And so they're starting to kind of expand out with their product offerings, and I think it's really nice. I think this is probably one of the best times for gardeners to get into gardening now. You know, 4 or 5 years ago, when the bandwagon was just getting rolling, I think you know, I think it might have been a little bit hard to get some of the varieties and to really get excited about gardening, because pretty much everything was just kind of what you got in the store. But now you can go to Lowe's and you can pick up some black crim tomatoes, stuff that I certainly did not see 3 or 4 years ago. So I am glad to see that. And like I said, I just picked up this goji berry last week. On our way up here, I stopped at Lowe's to pick up just a few plants that I did not have, shocking as it may seem. And so I saw this, I'm like, holy cow, I'm getting that. It's a goji berry. So we're gonna pop it right in this planter here, and this is gonna be its home forever. And that's about it for the day. We are getting the sun is dropping on us, so we are getting pretty dark here, and we are all finished. I'm so excited to show you all, but we're gonna save that for another episode. So I know, I'm so sorry you all wanted to see it, but you know, I apologize. There's only so much stuff I can do when I'm trying to manage a group of people, and as well as have some fun myself, as well as bring you all along. So I tried, and hopefully I did a good enough job. But anyways, I will talk to you all later. Hopefully you all are having a good day. Hopefully you all had a great Memorial Day, and I will talk to you all later. Remember to grow big or go home. Bye.